So, I already told you about Chamzat. Just to refresh, I think Chamzat wins. Gilbert Burns is incredible. I've got nothing bad to say about Gilbert, and I feel bad. I'm friendly with his coach. I know a lot of his teammates. Gilbert's been a guest on my podcast many, many times. So in some ways, I hope he proves me wrong. I do. I've been sold the hype on Chamzat. There you go. I believe the hype is real, and who knows. And one thing that really stands out to me is that, and this might sound disrespectful, but it's not. If Gilbert couldn't submit Stephen Wonderboy Thompson over 3 rounds, I don't think he will against Chamzat, because the guy's a freak of nature.
To Gilbert Burns and Chamzat Chimaev. Definitely this is his best opponent yet for Chamzat. A guy who was, being tested in there. A guy who's a veteran, jiu-jitsu world champion, and also former title challenger. I know Burns, he don't play about it. He's real. He's really about this life. I'm glad that he's up in welterweight now, because he's a lot more better at this weight class. But Chamzat on a roll. His last opponent, the Leech, was the most impressive opponent he's beat so far. Gilbert Burns is good, but he gets hit. Everyone gets hit, and he's got power in his punch as well. You know what? I'll be rooting for Burns. I think he can get it done. And we'll move on, because I got to go.
Chamzat is big. He's got fantastic striking with tremendous power. He's got unbelievable wrestling, and obviously he has good grappling. But to me, it's the smothering top pressure of Chamzat Chimaev that causes these guys so many issues. And he's long and he's big. How does Gilbert Burns, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion and black belt, handle a heavy guy like that on top? Now, normally, when you get this type of matchup, the wrestler will dominate the grappler, because Gilbert needs to create a lot of action in order to free himself of the pressure from Chamzat Chimaev. The wrestling base usually will kill that. That's why my boy Habib had that shirt. If wrestling was easy, it would be called jiu-jitsu, because we as wrestlers understand smothering and stopping the movement of jiu-jitsu players. Would I bet that he is going to dominate him in that way? No. I think he's going to get challenged in ways that we have not seen him get challenged today or to this point. I think he's going to get challenged. But do I think he's going to win? I think the size difference will be the biggest issue for Burns to overcome in this matchup. So I will say, I think Chamzat wins the fight, but I don't know if he wins the fight in as dominant a fashion as he has won so many.
Chamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns might be the most talked about fight on this card. Alan, I want to know who's getting their hand raised.
Definitely the biggest test of Chimaev's career right there with Gilbert Burns, but I got to go with the hype train on this one, Chamzat Chimaev.
I'm going the opposite direction. Gilbert Burns is being terribly disrespected in this fight. I'm going with Gilbert Burns by submission.
Oh, I like it.
I like it. I don't agree with it, but I do like that scarf. I'm going Chamzat Chimaev here. I just think that where he is better is going to be so dominating. Gilbert is good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We know that, but Hamzat's wrestling, that power, I think it's going to be too much.
Okay.
Rings, what do you think? Just lay out your prediction. What happens when that bell rings between Burns and Chamzat?
Between Burns and Chamzat, I think Burns finishes him in the second round.
You think Burns finishes? Okay.
Yeah, I think that I don't think Chamzat's going to come out there shooting on Burns. I think it's going to be more so on the feet. And Burns, he throws bombs. He's not afraid to throw hard. I don't think it's really going to be a wrestling match between either one of them. I don't think neither one of them is really going to go for the grappling. I think it's going to be all on the feet. And if Chamzat gets a little bit too long or lazy with the jab or cross, Burns can come over the top. And especially with that calf kick too, I think it's going to lead to Chamzat having to switch stances maybe. And then I don't know how he is out of southpaw, but your defense is usually not as good as you are with your orthodox.
Your best friend Gilbert Burns is fighting Chamzat Chimaev in a few days here in Jacksonville, Florida, UFC 273. I think that a lot of people feel like if Chimaev wins, he might jump the line, right? So your buddy Gilbert, if he wins, that helps you, right? Does that not help you if he beats Chimaev?
For sure, man. And even if Chimaev wouldn't jump the line, that would always help me, man. We're brothers. Whenever he wins, that gives me extra motivation. So we're fighting, back to back. He's gonna fight April 9. I'm fighting April 16. So regardless, of anything, if he wins, it's just extra motivation for me. And there is the plus that, probably that will be a better path for me to get to that title. So definitely, I'm gonna be cheering for him, and I do believe he's gonna get a win. I think he has been. I know he has been getting ready super well for this fight, and he's a beast, man. You know, everybody talks about Chimaev. I do think Chimaev is a great fighter, but you want to talk about a beast. You want to talk about somebody that can go in there and really put people in danger. That's Gilbert Burns, and he has showed it time and time again in the UFC. So I think people underestimate him, but that's how things go, and I think he's going to surprise everyone.